not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter of the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of... Ah yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief in his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. The brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him. It's probably by looking at him wrong. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. If the thief is oblonging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the Warren look utterly ridiculous? Oh, it's Brian. Consulting Inspector Brian, your reputation precedes you, and what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To rain on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Very well, let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabelle's betrothed Vance would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgan. Yalto Noto and his wife Sain An, the guests of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out the Gugu Remu himself. Finally, we have Leonhardt, a steward of Gugu Remu's estate and Miss Arabelle's personal assistants. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of action. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildibrand Mandeville, I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine. Contriving Inspector Brian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your power of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Manderville man can. Oh. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Oh no. Good, Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. For one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yalto, Nolto, and Leonhardt. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over. Are the 2 of you listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we could continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there is no need. Wait here. I shall build us a fire. Ahahaha! Methinks the inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flint stone on my person. Not you. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying! What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? So surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual card. See? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Brian will meet a fiery demise. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Oh my goodness. Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise, no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Reborn, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I feel our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance? Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? False teeth. Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined. Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot and go. You can run, or you cannot. Haha, if you thought you could out-sprint this Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Oh, where am I? Who are you? Huh, playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence. But should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabelle when... Miss Arabelle, I must find her at once. Ugh, my head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Leonhardt. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Leonhardt back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabelle's safety. Did I give a voice to Nashu? I don't remember. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that look from you what... Wait. You seethe with anger at those that took from you what was yours. You can get these as mounts now. That's the Magical Queen, the Tomato King, the Onion Prince, the Garlic Jester, and the Eggplant Knight. Oops! I completely forgot to read that. The game is afoot, inspectors. What mask shall I wear to the ball? Ugh. Curses, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguera Consortium and the East Aldenar Trading Company. We trust that you have been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalton Noto. Sign on. Honored guests. It's a great It's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vance, future chair of the Bruguera Consortium, to Arabelle, daughter of Master Guguremu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows today that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Gosh, she looks so arrogant. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of the ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Mandeville, you had one job. She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride after all. Oh yeah, he is absolutely arrogant. I remember not liking him at all. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand into me. Arrogant. He deserved this. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times, yes, I am yours and shall be forevermore. Arrogant bastard deserved that. But that is funny. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabelle is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensure the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defensively before me. The game is up, Vance, or shall I call you by another name, the thief of many faces? Now she fell asleep. Me, the thief? Are you mad? I think it actually was him. It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to educate. I'm not even. Well, there is not a soul in the room who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty. There are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who have gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurumu, and her steward, Leonhard. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vance, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, you would not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with and anyone else with half their wits about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in a gall and throw away the key. Arabelle, oh thank goodness you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? Ah, the man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him! Oh, the Mandragora princess. Oh no, the onion prince. You came all this way? For me? You love me. You really, really love me. Oh no, the onion prince. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for. And now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabelle, I am sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for. Vance and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make Father happy, by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. Oh. For the love of the gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end, he took only her necklace. Now that you mentioned it, Master Guguremu told me about the clasp when it first arrived, engraved with the mark of the sun goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces from the Burgari collection, known by many as Asma's virtue. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh no! That poor magical prince. Onion prince. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Humph, another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notion of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on the guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree, one can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Oh. Hear me, man of thousand faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words. When next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the phantom thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably. The phantom thief. Most certainly. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one. What in the world? Oh, at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. What? I am Ellie, reporter for the Metro Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Bedor Meadow? I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about this upcoming tourney. Gar. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing, like yourself. Ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called phantom thief and what in the world? Okay. That said, between the challenge from that so-called phantom thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his sublid. Looks like we've got ourselves another. These two aren't in the entry books. Oh, jeez. And now Challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Not you. Inspector Brian, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking it annoyed me. Dora Mado, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Fergus has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection. The Warden's Grace, a ring filled with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside Okron. Excuse me. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at, neither. But I don't care how many faces he's got. We've nothing to fear from this thief. The Concurrent has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I cannot do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you aren't Mr. Many-Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Gahahar. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you smelly burger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? Ugh. I do not like this guy. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Uh-huh. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple! Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little booger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge Guild. Oh my gosh, that's cold. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others when he opened his soul-burned mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs around the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did? I tell ya, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. Oh my gosh. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Humph. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Avi? And everyone looks at me. Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than frightening them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to. Katorta Arulakan will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Kartota? You do look like an you know, I didn't give her that last name. I kind of generated it, so I have no clue how to pronounce it. Will booger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when the warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, 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 clinking? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend tag along too. Show him where to sign, old T. With Krotota, I suppose we have a good chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Haha, I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu. The investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Kotorta here safe? Let us return to Ganilon and see what else he can tell us of those mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. I guess that wasn't part of the cutscene. Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Mwahaha. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Gwehehehe. Wait, gwehehe. Whatever. Because one knot he got from falling in the hole, the other, I forgot how he got the other knot. Where in the world is he? I haven't gotten all night. Godbert, jeez. My chimera! Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildi, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? With only a pair of underwear and sandal. God, Bert, I swear. Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. You have not heard. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh ho! Moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mandeville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Just who is this inspector anyway? Hildi is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Hildi, Kotorta, I have been waiting for this day. I legit forgot what poses I gave them. Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist. And I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, cause this just might be our lucky day. There is no one in this accursed realm who can remember my name. Call me what you will, friend, but need my words. Kartota is a formidable foe. Formidable foe. Jeez. That sounded like high praising coming from a big fella like you. To have such powerhouse as a sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. Why these close-ups of this thing? I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off, for reasons that I do not entirely understand. I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Kartota, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Mahaha. A supplely twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Uh-oh. Get him, Hildi. Nobody here but this octopus. But us octopods. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Muscle heads, I hate